In this video, I'm going to be showing you the secret way to create a customized field on purchase invoice and get it flown into a posted purchase invoice without writing any event subscriber. Yeah, you heard me right, without writing any event subscriber. Welcome guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create a custom field either in your sales process, your purchase process, or any process that it may be inside Business Central. So the idea behind this video is we want to be able to transfer a newly developed field, which is customized field, into the posted document, right? What we do normally is when we create a custom field, right, we usually write an event subscriber to make that transfer between that field. So I'm going to show you an example of what I mean. So I'm going to use my purchase invoice document, right? So I'm going to be creating a new document, as you can see, and I'm going to show you that I have created a custom field, right? So my custom field is called order description, right? So let me just give this a random invoice number. So between me and you, I want to give this a YouTube tag, right? So I have the same field on my posted invoice, right? Posted purchase invoice, I mean, right? So the idea is this is a newly introduced field. By the time I click on this post, I want this information to flow into my posted purchase invoice, right? So let me just fill in the necessary information here. I'll select an item, any random item, for now just one quantity, and I'm about clicking on the post. So post, do you want to post? Yes, and it has been posted. So do you want to open the posted invoice? Yes. So what I want to do now is I can see I have the field called order description, but the document is not flown. Now I'm also going to show you how you can fix this and other ways to outsmart it. So there are cases whereby the customization has been done already and you have no control over it, but you just have to do this flowing manually. But a very good way to escape this specific flow is let's go to our development environment, right? So what I've done here is, according to the last video, we created a YouTube video series, right? I said whenever I'm uploading any video on YouTube, I'm going to be putting them folder by folder. As you can see that the last video we did was on field group, and today's video we are looking at transfer field between tables, right? So if I open this folder, I already created the extension that you can see. So this is an extension, order description. I created it for purchase invoice header, which is responsible for posted purchase invoice, and I also created for purchase order or purchase invoice. So this works for purchase header. So purchase order, purchase invoice, they make use of this table called purchase header. As you can see, I also created the same field, but one thing I want you to notice here is that I'm giving this field a 50,000 as the ID, right? And you can also check the purchase invoice header. I'm also giving it the same ID. So the idea behind this is that if whenever I'm using the same ID from the table I'm expecting to transfer to the other table, whenever the table ID is the same, Business Central would take care of the transferring of those field. Regardless of it being a new customized field, Business Central will be able to handle it. So how is Business Central able to handle that? That's with the help of transfer field. In the posting routine, Business Central, there's something called transfer field. Transfer field will only transfer any seminal IDs. So when your ID in the X table is 5,000, your ID in the in the order table must also be 5,000. If those conditions are met, Business Central will transfer it automatically, and you do not need to write any customization, right? So let me save. And what I have done here is also I did a page extension. I also added the order description in my purchase invoice, in my posted purchase invoice, and also in my purchase order. So this means that if I push through my purchase order, I'll get the same result, right? So now note that the secret code here is that the field number is the same with the destination field number, which is 50,000. So I'm going to publish this, and we're going to see the miracle behind the scene, right? Alright, while we wait for this to be published. Alright, so just in case you need to understand the secret behind transfer field, there's an article here. I might share this link in the description below, so you can see what transfer field actually does. It's transfer fields with similar IDs, right? So you can do the reading here while we raise a new purchase invoice. Alright, so this is me creating a new one, and also just for you to know, I'm going to select another vendor. So again, another random number, and now just for it to be unique, let's say a unique YouTube video, right? Alright, so at least this is unique enough for us to see if it actually flows naturally or it doesn't. So I'm going to choose this. Choose a quantity. I just choose 2, so it's fine. So I'm doing the same process, post, right? Then do you want to open the posted invoice? Should we yeah, let's open this, right? So let's see what you can see. That automatically Business Central transferred the same content that is in the previous record into this posted record, right? So that is the unique cheat. And let's now see what if the customization has been done, it was not properly organized, and you still need to flow the record from the purchase invoice into the posted purchase invoice. So let me show you how you can do that. So on my customization, I come, so for the posted purchase invoice, let's assume the ID was 580, right? So this is now different. So let's publish. Let's see what happens before we write the event subscriber to fix that for us. Alright, okay, so while we wait for it to load, okay. Alright, so let's go again. Purchase invoice. So again, a new document, and this time around so I'm going to use my president slang, blah blah blue. Yeah, so I'm also going to do this and choose a quantity of 1 and get this posted, right? So we have blah blah blue, right? So we should be expecting blah blah blue at the other hand. Oh, already exists. How come? Okay, Alright, so let's go ahead again, post this. So do I want to open? Yes. So we can see that this point, because the ID on the posted purchase invoice is different from the purchase invoice ID, so the data did not automatically transfer. So what I can do here is now I can now write a code to do that for me, because at this stage I'm thinking that other field already house that ID, so there's no way for me to reorganize it. It's too late at this point for this customization, right? So I'm going to create a code unit. So what I will do is that the question you need to ask yourself is, at what point does the transfer of data occurs? You see that it was at the point of me clicking on the post, right? So what you can do is, for you to investigate for yourself, so I'm going to go to the purchase invoice. So I want to go to the purchase invoice record, and I know that the magic happens when I click on post, right? So what I want to see here is, I want to investigate what actually happened at this point. So I see that when I click on post, this set of code runs, right? So what's responsible for this is purchase post, yes or no. That is why when I click on the post, it asks me, do you want to post? Then I clicked on yes before it went. So you can see that the purchase post, yes or no. Then I can click on this to see, okay, what does this actually do? Just because I am already familiar with all of this routine, it will be easier for me. It might not be really easier for you to understand, but just get the concept. At the end of the day, what is responsible for the actual post? So I can see this code unit called purchase post, right? So I'm going to create a separate video that explain all of these events and how to tackle it, but today I'm specific on on the problem at hand. So I want to click on this purchase post, because at the end of the day, this purchase post is the one in charge of the posting afterwards. Alright, so I want to check for I want to check for what is responsible for posting, transferring the data from purchase order, purchase header to purchase invoice header. So I can either say purchase, alright, so let me just scroll all the way down. I'll scroll all the way to where we have the events and start to check the events one after the other. Although I already know the event that works on this, but this is the same way I used to look at it. So I want to look at the point of insertion. So I can search for on insert to check anything that has to do with purchase order. So you can see on insert posted header after invoice. So this is not what I need, so I can just search. I'm purposely doing this so that you can figure out a way on doing this yourself. So just keep on looking. Okay, so I think I exhausted the on inserts. So what the next thing I want to do is, after I've done this and I could not find anything, I want to now check for any record called purchase invoice record, right? So let me see where we have purchase invoice record. On before post. So this is going to take a long time. Purchase header, purchase invoice, and before validate. Okay, so we're getting close. We're already getting on before post purchase line. So let's see. on before insert credit memo. So yeah, here we are. So we can see on before insert invoice header, and you can now see that we have the combination of purchase header and also purchase invoice. So let's search for this. Let's see where they have used it, right? So I can see that there's a procedure called insert invoice header. Within this function, I can see that we have a call of on before insert header, right? So they've given me a window which I can also add any other things to this. So let's check. So we have on init. This is when they are transferring the data from the purchase header to the purchase invoice header, and I can see that they made use of a transfer field, which we talked about. And this case, because it doesn't fall under the scenario of transfer field, let's see if there's on before. Yeah, so we can add the code on before insert, on before purchase header insert. So instead of adding it before, so we can add it after, because the initialization has already begun. So we can add it here. So I want to copy this and move to my code unit, right? Then the way to call it is called T events. So I want to use T event subscriber, right? And let me drag this all the way down, and I know that the code unit is post. So let's just type post. Let me see it here. So this is purchase post. So let me just copy it, right? So I'm just going to copy it. That's 90. So I paste it here. So I want to call this event. I want to subscribe to that event there. You remember that they already gave us that avenue on. So I want to control space, use the IntelliSense on after